Hi there, welcome to simplyhike.co.uk. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Vango Omega 350 tent. Now this tent sleeps 3 people, so it's perfect for a weekend away or your general backpacking. The dimensions of the tent are 435 by 200 centimetres and has a head height of 135 centimetres. It weighs 5.15 kilograms and pitch time on average around about 10 minutes. Let's take a look at the outside, shall we? Right, let's take a look at the outside, shall we? The tent itself has a 5,000 hydrostatic head. Now, that's absolutely perfect for European and even English camping in the summertime. As long as you keep the tent nice and taut, working with the poles and the fly sheet, you'll have no problems with water. Now, talking about the fly sheet, it's actually hexagon. And now what that means is no matter what sort of angle the tent is or how you've pitched it up, it can take pressure from all angles, which means the quality of the structure of the outside of the tent is really good, much better than some of the square tapes that you find nowadays. Working with the guide ropes and the poles, yeah, it can really solidify the unit of the tent. Now the poles themselves are the Vango's Polylite poles. Now they're made out of alloy T6, which means they're nice and lightweight, but they're really strong. So you can really bend them, push them, pull them to get the shape, and they'll be absolutely fine. Also on a windy day, they'll be able to take the beating as well, as long as they're working really well with your guide ropes. Now this tent as well is Duke of Edinburgh recommended, so you know it's really good kit if the DOV guys have been looking at it. Let's take a look at the inside, shall we? Right, I'm inside now. So as you can see, it's quite a nice little setup on the outside. It's very traditional, there's nothing wrong with that. It sleeps 3 people. So as you can see on the left of me here, you've got a nice generous 3-person sleeping area. Now you have your traditional mesh pockets there for your mobile phones, your wallet, any bits that you don't want to keep rattling around on the floor, even your keys. Don't want to sleep on your keys. You have the traditional mesh ventilation on the top there, as well as a little toggle there which you can have, you know, for your lantern, or if you've got any cable lighting, you can feed that through here. It's quite a nice generous size, so even though it's for 3 people, if it's say you and 2 children, you might be able to, or little children, you'll probably be able to squeeze in there. Yeah, it's a really nice size actually. What's also great is the living space. Now the living space is really big. For a 3-person tent, it's actually generous in its sizing. You'll still be able to fit a camping stool or anything like that, camping furniture in here. You can still sit up in it, keep you nice and tight, and then you won't be banging your head on the roof there as well. Obviously another key feature this tent has is the TBS system from Vango. Obviously that solidifies the tent, so working with the guide ropes and the poles, you connecting these on the inside part of the tent, pulling it in, makes the tent itself a lot more stable for the windy days. Obviously you have the 2 front windows, and then you also have the main front door that you get traditionally with the Omega series. Now, what also you have in the Omega series is what they call the linked-in ground system. Now what this is it's as simple as, if I was to move on here, if I show you one here, rather than the actual ground sheet itself being attached to the sleeping area, coming out and then having to link it to the front parts, it's a whole separate entity. So what this means is it's going to make things a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more easier to put together. So that means then you can also integrate. So if you want to change ground sheets, or if this one gets damaged, you don't have to try and cut it off and try and get it to repaired. So for spares and parts, it's actually a really nice feature. And as I say, that clips in all the way around and gives you a nice sheltered ground sheet space. For any more information, please visit us at simplyhike.co.uk.